So we are finally here. I am finally sharing my recipe. Look at all those beautiful green. Oh, I just love vegetables so much. This is about to be so good. We got our jalapeno peppers, serrano peppers. Hope you know the difference. Green onion. And we got some celery sticks to eat with it after, because you know them chips can be very fattening. Okay, it's 2026. We trying to lose weight. We got cream cheese, Philadelphia, one of my favorite brands, Miracle Whip, and our seasonings include onion powder, garlic powder. We have sour cream, buttermilk. Guys, if she don't cook with buttermilk, she can't cook, okay? I'm just saying. And we also have dill pickle seasoning. And so here's our blender, all my utensils that I use, and my knife. So we're gonna start off with cutting our green onion up. So I got a lot of stuff on here, but you know, I'm new at this whole, video creating thing. So just kind of bear with me, Just take your time with me and get to know me a little bit. You'll be surprised what you learn, what you might like, and I might, have a blessing for you that you didn't even know you needed. So you don't have to cut it up too much. Just kind of chop it up enough. And we're gonna put it in our bowl over here for now. That way I can cut up everything and add it all together once I'm done with this step of it. See, listen to me, I'm nervous, and this is just me talking over it. But like I say, this is new for me, so I'm getting used to it. We're gonna go ahead and do a jalapeno pepper. I like to cut the stems off and just kind of cut it in half into a couple pieces, that way it's not just a solid pepper when we throw it in the blender. We're gonna use 2 of those. I want this batch to be a little bit spicier than my last batch, so I'm using 2 jalapeno peppers. Like I say, just kind of cut them up in big pieces. The blender will do really all of the work for you. So main thing is just kind of, doing a little light prep work. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cut that one down a little bit more. But yeah, like I say, I like the spice kick. A lot of the seeds I went ahead and pulled out of there because, the seeds are literally like the hottest part of the pepper. So I get rid of that in my little disposal. And I'm gonna do my serrano peppers next. I love serrano peppers. My dad, he grows them in a garden on the side of their house. He grows jalapeno peppers too, but we love the serrano peppers and the chili peppers. And so, they make great pepper sauces. Like I said, we're going to use 2 of them. And so, but yeah, this dip, this one's going to be a little bit spicier than my last. But, we're going to make it work. So I hope, you take good notes on this. If you like it, hey, try it out, taste it. Let me know what you think. I love feedback, and, I'm the type of person that, hey, there is no wrong way to do anything. So however you want to, make yours is fine with me. This is how I make mine. So, that's where we at. So I got everything chopped up. I'm going to go ahead and start loading up my blender. We got my Miracle Whip. I guess I should have had this stuff open already because maybe that would have made my video a little shorter. But, again, bear with me. First time here. I'm using a cup. So I like to use a spoon and kind of just fill up my measuring cup. And for those who are looking out for their weight, you can use a light mayo or Miracle Whip, whichever you prefer. So we're actually going to use 2 scoops of this. So just kind of, eyeball it good enough, put it on in there. And what I did was I went in and put a scoop, and then I dumped all the peppers in. That way, when it does chop up at the bottom, it's, getting that creamy processing started. So yeah, put another cup of the Miracle Whip. And so I'm so excited about this because I didn't know that making my own sour cream and onion dip was part of my goals of just truly, being more of a homemaker. I make a lot of other things, and we'll get to that in the future. But like I say, I'm all for doing everything fresh ingredients. No more buying store-bought, chip dip or, even though I eat this with chips, I also eat it with chicken, I eat it with vegetables, I eat it with other things. So, but real quick, here in this pause, I had to go grab a lemon and clean my spoon because my spoon I'll need for the sour cream. So I don't like cross, dipping stuff. So you don't dip mayonnaise in sour cream. That's just disrespectful. But so I'm using a cup of sour cream. Just a dollop of daisy. Remember that? And there I go. Dollop daisy. But yeah, so 1 cup of sour cream. Pour that right on top. And let's see. I know. I usually probably put maybe 1.5 cups, but we'll just add a little extra scoop in there for the little taxes. But hey, again, I'm still learning my own recipe. There is no wrong way at this point. We all in. Here we are. So I'm not using the entire lemon. So the very first time I made this, it made almost a tartar sauce. Like, it was so zesty with the lemon. So I narrowed it down to half a lemon. I like to peel it over because, the juice that comes out might as well go in where it's supposed to be. Don't be wasting or whatever. So I guess I could have caught a better angle. I'm learning this video or whatever, but this wanted to be difficult. So people say, why you don't get your nails done? Because I'm a baker, bitch. And I like to bake. And so, I don't like having long fingernails and kneading dough. I'll put some press-ons on. But put that half lemon in there and get that seed out of there. But put half a lemon. Don't use whole lemon. If you like a zestier taste, hey, use the whole lemon. That's solely up to you. Let me know what you do. So Philadelphia cheese, cream cheese is next. And again, I probably should have went ahead and had this already open. But hey, it's all good. This is my video, okay? And if you've made it this far, please like, share, subscribe. I appreciate you hanging in there with me, It's 2026. And we just trying to all get it how we live. So if I could share something good, give me some good back in return. You know what I mean? Let's spread the love. Let's love on each other. So put the whole thing of cream cheese in there. Just 1 block is good. I usually use my my whisk, but I'm gonna go ahead and use this for now because main thing is I'm gonna turn it on and kind of let it start blending a little bit before I put my seasonings. So you really can't tell right now, but the blender is on. them going out. And just kind of pushing down a lot of that chunky stuff, that way we can get a rotation of the flavor and really get mixed in very well. So as we let this blend, let me know in the comments. Will you try it? What you think so far? Have you tried any homemade chip dip before? It's a chip dip, but I'm gonna actually eat it with celery sticks when I'm done. Look at that! You see that color coming through there? Those peppers chopping up with those onions and pushing that lemon down too. So it's gonna have a really beautiful color once it's done. I turned it off for now because we do need to add a few other things. So I like to use a teaspoon of everything right now. Now, if you want a little bit more seasoning after you try it, hey, go ahead. But I'm using 1 teaspoon of the garlic powder and the onion powder, and the last one is the dill the dill seasoning. So if you don't know, fun fact, dill seasoning is what makes ranch taste the way it does. Without it, it would just be super bland. But dill pickle seasoning, listen, game changer, okay? I'm telling you, thank me later. But we're gonna put a half a cup of buttermilk. Half a cup of buttermilk. We don't need too much. I don't like regular milk. Buttermilk is a little bit thicker. Again, hey, if you don't cook with buttermilk, I don't want none of your cooking. If you ain't got buttermilk in your refrigerator, I don't trust you, okay? I'm just going to keep it real. I do not trust you if you do not cook with buttermilk, okay? I fight you with everything with buttermilk. But, so, we got everything we eat inside of it, y'all. So, main thing is letting that baby process. And I usually keep the lid off. Sometimes I keep it closed if it gets a little heavy, but it's not really going to. The main thing is pushing everything down. So you might feel your spatula or your tool hit the blade or whatever, but I like to press everything down. That way I know it's getting a fair chance to really chop up and blend everything, So, but as this blend, we do have a few minutes here. So I just want to, our goals for the new year, doing that whatever habits that you want to let go. Is there anything that you want to really heal from, or you want to excel yourself? What's going on with you? You know what I'm saying? I'm not a psychiatrist or anything. I'm just doing what I do. But at the end of the day, too, you'll be surprised how much it's helpful to just kind of talk to people about what it is. When I say what it is, I don't never mean anything. Yeah, man. It's opening up real good. It's got a little excited. You see, once we start to see it really swirl like that, watch, you'll see it's going to make its own 20 minutes here in a second. And it's going to it makes some rotation. Watch. Yeah, let me put it down. Let me see what this did. See what this did real quick. But, like I say, drop it in the comments. Let me know what you got going on. If you have a business, hey, I'm here to support your business. Even if it's just giving me a shout out, let me give you a shout out. Let me give you some spotlight real quick. This is my page. This is my channel, But I'm not stingy. I ain't no hater. I ain't no gatekeeper. Y'all see I'm giving the game on the bill. I bet you if you try it, you won't buy no more in the store. I bet you won't make it. I bet you won't make it. Say. Guess what? You can patent it, whatever. I don't care. Because it still ain't going to come out like mine. Okay? It ain't looking But like, share, subscribe. Let me know how you feel about. Look at that. Look. You see it? Ho. Ooh, wait. Like, share, and subscribe. Y'all know I'm silly. I can't help it. But I'm so happy to do this. You know, food is good for the soul. And when you can share the goods, ooh, look at that. Oh my God. See, once it settles in the refrigerator too, oh man, it's just so good and creamy. Oh, I love it so much. But yeah, it came out perfect. Like, subscribe. Love y'all.